Okay, right now I decided I was going to work on a video, and I'm calling it Stop, 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 Why Can't You Stop? I see a lot of comments, and I've heard a lot of comments growing up from other people on, you know, with the trick on why can't you just stop? And some get outright rude, like, you know, I've had people yell at me, even in my family. Will you just stop it? Cut it out, you know? You're pulling again. You're doing it again. Will you just stop? And it just agitates you so much when they do that. And including when you start hearing, you're just doing this for attention. That's what it is. It's just for attention. Or, you know, you just got so used to plucking that now you're just obsessed with doing it and you just can't stop yourself. You know, it started as attention and now you're just so used to it you can't stop. Now, yeah, I've heard that one. From back in school, I used to have kids ask me if I had lice because I wore a bandana to school. Because I was too embarrassed of what other people thought of me. And I still get really self-conscious like that, including now that I've had a weight gain and the loss of my teeth. You know, that there on top of the hair, it sucks. It really does. I don't go out. I don't go to bars. I don't go to clubs. I'm too embarrassed. I'm too embarrassed of everybody seeing this. I guess maybe sometimes it's easier for me to come online and talking videos about it. It seems like it is. But half the times I end up rambling and I don't really know what to say. Because there's just so much. Some people don't realize how difficult it really is for us. And when we hear words like, you know, your hair is thinning, you know, here, it's getting more thin, you know, you're starting to pluck this side more and more, and, you know, that's going to be bald next. Or I see it really thinning up here. Or your hair is not going to grow back. You're going to pull it so much, it's not going to grow back. And that automatically puts a terrorizing fear in any of us. I am rather certain I am not the only one that is horrified hearing them words, that my hair will not grow back one day. It's really, really scary, and it stresses you out more. And what happens when you get stressed out more? And that's exactly what happens. I've had people go smack my hands. Will you just stop, 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 stop? You know, and over, it's like, oh my God, people, you know, I can't help this. But then, you know, the whole cry out for attention thing, that one really pisses me off. You know, the whole, you just do it for attention. And none of these people have a clue, and they don't even have a clue what they're doing to us when they're doing this, and how hurtful it is for us to hear things like this. I used to try to go to dances at school and stuff, and I remember, you know, I would just have this little bald spot back here, and I would try to pull my hair up a certain way like this, and, you know, and try to hide it. As you see right now, I can't hide it. There's nothing I can really do. My hair is unmanageable. It's a complete mess. And to me, I look like a fucking boy right now because my hair is so short. I miss having bangs. I have a big forehead. And I just want to have my hair back. So when you hear people making these comments, it disturbs you. And it brings you down. And it brings down your self-image and how you feel about yourself. You were already self-conscious because of what's going on with our hair. And one thing that we are good at is hiding it. I spent years hiding the fact that I had Trich. You know, I remember maybe a month ago, I was at the store and I was wearing one of my bandanas. This one. One of my bandanas. I was wearing this one with the pretty roses. And I had a woman comment to me, you know, how pretty my bandana was. And the first thing I thought in my mind was, I wish I didn't have to wear this. And I've had people ask, you know, why do you wear a bandana all the time? Even with my teeth, I've had people say, you know, why don't you smile? Don't you ever smile in your pictures? You always got your tongue out. Well, you know what? That's not pretty to me. It isn't. So when we go and, you know, you hear comments and hear people saying things and they don't understand, it's time for us to make them aware of why we're doing things how we do them. You know, if you're a parent and you have a child that has Trich, you got to be supportive. You know, if you see your daughter or son plucking, You know, take a brush and gently just start brushing their hair. I find massaging the scalp, like with shampoo and conditioner, is really, really, really relaxing. Any type of soft touch up here, it does feel wonderful. It's very, very, very relaxing. It's a beautiful thing to me. It actually puts me into a nice, calm state. I feel completely at ease. I don't have the urge to want to pull or, you know, do anything. I'm just completely relaxed. But looking at them and telling them how their hair isn't going to grow back, or, you know, pointing out all the sections that are getting thin, or, you know, picking up globs of hair and saying, you know, this is all yours. You know, it's clogging up my vacuum because all you're doing is pulling. Yeah, I've heard that one too. That's not helping, and that's not productive at all. You're not going to help somebody who has Trich just by sitting there and more or less putting them down, because that is what it is. You think in your mind that you may be helping them by pointing out all the flaws, but all the flaws is what brings us down. And that's what puts a person like me to where I don't want to go to a club. I don't want to be around a group of people because I'm afraid of how they're going to look at me. I remember back with dating, you know, being afraid of, you know, telling a guy that I pulled my hair out. And I would break down and I would cry. And I had some guys, as soon as they found out, they headed for the hills. You know, screw you. They didn't care. All they cared was as I wasn't as pretty as what I portrayed some of my pictures to be. I have spent so much time hiding that I've gotten very, very good at it. So when you see pictures like this, that's still me. You see these, that's me as well. One thing I do is photography, and I do some photo enhancing. I don't do too much, like I don't change my weight. I don't change any of that. But I know how to take the photos and make them look right, you know, other than the short hair in these. And that's when I started becoming more open about it. It was hard. It was really, really hard. And, you know, my daughter, she has a lot of troubles understanding, you know, why mommy pulls out her hair. And it's very, very hard for me to explain it to her. And explain why and how this all happened to me. And it's devastating. You know, everybody sees me in the videos and I'm so calm and I'm collective and I talk about it, but on a daily basis all that goes through my mind is, you know, I just want my hair back. There's a really pretty picture. I always like that one. You see, once again, it was very well hidden. I have so many photos on my Facebook that, you know, I actually look really pretty in them. And that's not how I feel. I feel ugly. I feel like I could be better. Like I could have a full head of hair. And see, breaking, and this is hard. And here I am doing it on camera of all places. Kind of funny, instead of seeing Miss Smirky and Miss Happy. Where I want to feel pretty again. I want to have a full head of hair. And, you know, I want to be looked at like beautiful. And I don't want to feel like people are just telling me I'm pretty just to be nice. Or I don't want to feel that I have to take a photo a certain way just to make me look better than what I actually look. I have spent so much time hiding. You know, that's why I said hiding in the shadows. That's what I titled my blog. The mental disorder page. You know, I want people to come together. And I want people to talk. And I want there to be an understanding. And I want those people who say these negative things to stop. To think and put yourself in their shoes. Look at you, you know, you have a beautiful head of hair, and here you are saying, you know, I'm so fat, I'm so ugly. Look at it from somebody else's point of view. It could be so much worse. And I even do that to myself. It could be so much worse for me. I could have 1,000,001 other things wrong with me that would bring me down even more. So I try to treat my Trich as something that is something I have, that I live with and I deal with. The loss of my teeth devastated me. That happened when I was 23. Mind you, I do not do drugs. I don't even drink. The most I do is smoke my cigarettes. I've said this in other videos, and I didn't even start drinking Coca-Cola big time until after. And by the point when I came to lose my teeth, I said, well, hell, I might as well start eating some chocolate too, because I didn't eat chocolate. I'm not much for sweets. My teeth just started rotting from the inside out for no reason. So yeah, I have some extra conditions added into it, but I don't see myself as any different than anybody else who's suffering from what I have. It's hard. You want to be able to go out in public, and then, you know, and being a female, you want to be able to fix up your hair, curl it, make it look nice. When you get married, you want to be able to put your hair up and look beautiful and be that beautiful bride. How do you get that out of this? You know, and that's a look that we tend to give ourselves. Our self-image gets completely cut down, and some don't understand why we're so hard on ourselves about it. And it's mainly because they're not living it. And then we try to separate ourselves from society. I know at least that's one thing I did. I separated myself. I was different. Nobody else could understand how I feel. I could be looking at someone with a full head of hair that looks beautiful, and there's no way they can understand how I feel, and that's how I saw things. But I never looked at they could have their own problems too. But the negative comments and, you know, things, you know, even seeing on the forums, I saw a girl, she was a teenager, and was on one of the Trich forums, and she was saying how her parents just don't understand. You know, they're like putting her down, and they're saying about the same type of things that I was saying, that, you know, people say to us. That's not constructive. That will not help. You are only going to make it worse by doing it. For those of us who come out and we have these videos, and I've saw so many videos, and I sit and cry every time I watch them, because it makes me feel that less alone in the world. I don't have anybody directly around me who has what I have. I've never met somebody who has what I have. I'm lucky in the categories that, you know, I just pluck my hair. I pluck it out. I do tend to play with it, like the tips and stuff like that, but I don't eat it. I don't pluck at my eyebrows, you know, other than the tweezers here. But I'm lucky in some of the perspectives, because I know there's so many other people that have Trich, and they have it so much worse than even what I do. And for me to sit there and feel how I feel, I can only just begin to imagine how they're feeling as well. But the negative comments, I know I keep rambling on, and I'm good at doing that, including if I start getting upset. The comments, they have to stop. You know, you're not going to do anybody any good by smacking their hand or telling them their hair is never going to grow back. You're just going to devastate them. And we need more public awareness and people coming out and talking about it. I finally got to the point where when people were doing that to me, I directly looked at them and told them pretty much to shut the hell up. I started getting mean about it. I said, you know, enough's enough. You know, you got to stop saying stuff like this to me, because you are just hurting me more. You're making me more upset. You are making me to where I'm getting very, very scared, which is increasing my anxiety. And that is not a positive thing to do. You got to try to find the positive outlooks. Talking to other people that have what we have, that's positive. Making video blogs. And I've told a lot of other people, you know, that are saying, you know, how can I stop and everything else. I said, try some video blogging. Do some videos. You know, go and make a blog website. You know, play video games. Play Rock Band. Play guitar on it, you know. Or play drums or sing. Try to find something that you enjoy doing. And put yourself away from the stressful situations that you can be in that can also cause you to want to pluck more. Don't just sit there idle on a computer, because if you're anything like me, I sit idle on my computer. Next thing I know, I'm sitting here and I'm going like this, and I'm trying to find that one bad strand. Sitting at the TV, you know, if you're watching a movie, try to find something else to do. And there's my daughter, and my daughter sits and she watches me suffer with this every day. And she's going to sit and point with the cold dog. Now go on.
You know why he's cold?
Because you threw him in the water, probably.
No, he's not wet. Well, at least I hugged him when I was wet.
Anyways, I'm going to do a little bit of self-bragging in the video. Today, since I'm going to end it on a positive note, because I like doing that. Come here. Today is my daughter's day. She's going to her first Valentine's Day dance. And we're going to get her all fixed up, and we're going to do her hair.
When my Aunt Cheryl did
once it dries, because right now it's soaked.
When my Aunt
and
Cheryl
get her all dressed up and hope that everything goes really well. And I'll make sure to post a video blog about how well the dance went for her and stuff. What?
My Aunt Cheryl tried curling my hair. It didn't go so well. It didn't stick. We had to pretty much almost use half a can of hairspray just to make it stay.
She has got really, really thin hair. Her hair is naturally thin, so it's going to be hard for it to hold a curl. I don't think it needs to be curled. I think it just needs to be brushed and put up and everything else. But, you know, these are some of the positive things that I do try to look at, despite how upset I get. And she has saw me sit and cry and cry and cry about my hair. We're sitting and plucking, and she'll go, Mommy.
Stop.
Exactly. Mommy, Mommy, Mom,
stop,
Mom, you're pulling. And that goes back to, you know, trying to educate other people about the condition. You know, and I've tried to educate her to the point to where, you know, you can't just keep saying stop, because it's not going to work.
4:26, Mommy. It's almost 5. Where's mine?
And she's going off the deep end.
I want to go inside.
She's all excited because of the dance. But I'm going to end the video now, because everything's going to get really distracting after this point. And I hope that some people take some of this to heart and actually listen and try to understand. Get online. Google is your best resource. Watch other videos of people that have Trich. You know, try to understand where they're coming from before you accuse them of, you know, doing it on purpose, or, you know, pointing out all these negative little things about it that we're already completely aware about. We're aware that we're losing our hair. We're aware that we're going bald. We don't need constantly reminded on it. We need compassion, and we need support is what we need. We don't need all the other bull crap intertwined with it.